Hello, in the next episode, today I'm going to repair Nintendo Switch Lite, which was sent in for the USB-C charging port repair. So let's do it. Alright, so what we've got. So it's already disassembled. Let's check the USB-C port if we can see any bent pins. So oh, the top row of the pins, as you can see, we've got some bent pins inside. The bottom row is okay, but the top row is completely no good. Alright, before I remove this port, I'm going to measure the area around our M92T36 power management IC and see if we've got any shorts. Alright. So measure multimeter in diode mode. Black probe on the charging port, as you can see here. Yeah, black probe. And the red probe, let's measure around the capacitor. So this is one of the worst capacitors. If we've got short here, that means the main APU, which is here, is shorted to ground, and there's nothing really we can do. There's nothing we can do. Alright, so this is not shorted, yeah? We got the ground on one side, it's good, it's beeping. On the other side, we got this is 1.8 volt line. Yeah, this is good. Oh, we got a short here. If it beeps on both sides, that means we got a short. Yeah, we've got a short. The same here. Whoa. This one is not shorted. So that tells me this chip has to be replaced. The same with the charging port. So what I'm doing now, I'm just applying the flux. I'm applying the flux to the certain points. And now this is alright. The same here. Just going to apply some low melt solder to make easier to remove it. All right. Hot air 470 degrees centigrade, and as usual 75 airflow. And we've done it. Easy peasy. Alright, so just applying the same low melt solder. And we need to do the same with the charging ports, with the pins on the charging ports. All right. I know this doesn't look good, but it's very helpful. It's very helpful. I've got some, PCB holders, etc., etc., but this is the easiest way for me. The same, 470 degrees, 75 airflow. That's it. Right. So just apply some. Alright, so let's swap the microscope. So we need to just make sure that the pins on the back are soldered properly. So we are going to use hot air and a bit. Oops. Alright. So let's clean it. Alright, so it's nice and clean. So, alright, so we know that this power management IC is faulty. Yeah, we need to replace it anyway. But what I'm going to show you is just alright, we got it. So now I'm going to apply my meter. Let's see. You see? It's the same story like it was in the previous video. It's not charging, it doesn't take any power, any current, nothing at all. Let me just flip it over. And in this case, both sides don't work. Yeah, so this chip is defective so much. We need to replace it straight away because we have nothing here. Okay.
Never really saw you coming until you turned me around. Used to think I wasn't fit, but look at this love we found. So give me up.
Supply some flux around. The same 470 degrees, 75 airflow. Easy. that's it. Just need to wait a bit to cool down.
Never really saw you coming until you turned me around. Used to think I
Going
was
to
nothing. Look at this love we found. So give me your hand, hold you to the ground. No, I don't ever wanna see you cry. Oh, yeah, no more tears. Oh, yeah, no more tears. Take that chance, we'll be fine. No, I don't ever wanna see you cry.
beauty. It's beautiful soldered. You don't need to resolder the sides. It's not necessary. We just need to clean this, test it. Nice and clean. Alright, before we test it with our meter, let's check the capacitors again. Yeah, good, good, perfect, brilliant. Alright, so the short's gone. Short's gone. Just need to make sure you've got this dot here. So here you got the picture how to solder this chip. Yeah. Alright, so let's test it. Let's test it. And you see we've got 15 volts. It was taking some amps, but it was just to check if the system is okay. And now it's 0 amps, so it's good. Same, yeah, 0, and it stays on 0. So it's fixed. Let's assemble the console temporarily, charge it a bit, so we can test every single function of the console. So console is temporarily assembled. Yes, here we go. Here we go. Let's flip it over. And it's charging. Alright, so let's leave it for a while charging, and we'll come back soon. Alright, so the console has been charged. Let me just turn this on. So we need to test it now. Yeah. Alright, so we have the problem here. ZR button doesn't work. Alright, so all buttons work except this one. You see? Alright, so let's funny spinning. Alright. Let's measure the voltage. If you got any voltage. This is the ground. We got some voltage here. But why it doesn't respond? Alright, so let's flip it over and press by the finger. Nothing. Let's show it. No. Why it goes back every time? Something is not right, yeah? Alright, so let's disconnect the battery and see what can we see. Alright. So. Multimeter in the continuity mode. So let's check. Yeah, like I said, this is the ground. It's not shorted. It's not shorted. Alright, so let's disassemble it back again. Where all the buttons go. This is the main controller, which STM32. Alright, so where is the plus, where is the minus? Minus, minus, plus, yeah? We got a plus here. Somewhere here. Nothing. top. We got a bit. Right, let's change. Right, but we need to find this one, yeah. Alright, so I've got the board. What I'm going to do, I'm going to solder here. Alright, let me just quickly do this. Alright, so I soldered the wire. Alright, no beeps. What I'm going to do, alright, let's flip it over. Let's check if we've got. Yes. Alright, so this chip controls all the buttons. When you press the buttons, when you press any button, the information go to this IC. Yeah. I'm going to replace this chip with this one from the donor board and see if it make any difference. Can we see any difference? We will see. Alright, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to. Alright, so the microscope. So I'm going to apply flux. Flux and solder. This is my donor board. So I'm going to use this chip. I don't know if this chip is any good or no, because the chip from the original board, it's probably partially shorted, because all buttons worked fine except ZR. It's weird, yeah, it's very weird. First time it's happened to me, first time. Never had this problem before. So the switches, Nintendo switches, are not so difficult for repair, but in the most cases I'm struggling with the other issues. So alright, so let's use my holder. It's not a holder, but 470 degrees, 75 airflow. And let's remove this chip. Alright, so the chip from our donor board has been removed. Alright, so let's remove the solder blobs. To do this, we need to apply the flux. Oh, you can see. It doesn't have to be so perfect, because we'll see later. Alright, so this chip has been removed. Alright, can we see? Yes, we can see. Alright, so I need to put it on the side. So this is the same. So we need to remove this chip. The dot is here in this corner. (470°) and 75 airflow. I know that, I'm repeating this every single time, but many people ask me about the temperatures, and airflow. Alright, so we don't know if this chip is bad or no. So I'm going to put it on the side. You can buy this holder on eBay. I paid about £40, maybe 50. I can't remember exactly. It was 1 year ago. Alright, so let's take the microscope. Where are you? Here. So let's assemble it quickly and see if you can see any difference. Hopefully this will be working fine. Yes, it's working. You see, all buttons. It's perfectly fine right now. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like it, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe, or leave the comment below. See you next time.